Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. In this video I would like to show how someone can misconfigure a jail environment in FreeBSD, how this misconfiguration can allow a potential malicious party to escape the jailed environment. The goal of this video is not to teach how to hack systems. For that case there are lots of information available out there. The goal of this video is to raise awareness on what you should not do, and by giving a small demonstration of what can go wrong, you will realize that the misconfiguration can lead to potential very serious consequences. So in order to create a demo, what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a jail, which is going to be a minimal jail. It's going to be a very minimalistic jail. For that, the first step that I'm going to do is with the root prompt, I'm going to create a directory, jails. This directory is going to contain the jails that I want to create. Here I'm going also to create the directory, let's call it test. It's going to be the name of the jail that I want to create. I have created a small script that I'm going to show you, which I call the copy dependencies. So here what happens is that we look at the libraries that the binary requires, we parse the libraries and determine the original directory, make the directory in the destination, and then copy the dependencies to that destination and do it recursively. There will be some files that are going to be copied multiple times, but I don't really care. So let's go for root. Let's source. So we run with bash and we source the cpdep binary. And now let's do a cpdep on pin sh, and let's say that we want to put this into the test jail. So let's go. Okay, so it has identified the libraries that I require and has copied everything. There is still though one binary that we need to additionally copy that is not identified. And we go to the directory of the jail. So jails, and we create the directory libexec. And we copy from libexec the ldlso here, and the other thing that we require in the jail is going to be a binary directory, and we copy from bin, we copy the sh, and we're good to go. How big is this jail? This jail is 1.6 megabytes in size. There is absolutely nothing except a shell inside this jail. To make the jail run, let's go to etc jail.conf. It's a new file, so we are going to get the test jail. Sorry for the colors. Maybe what I can do is I can start with another xterm. Okay, vim etc jails. So now we can see the things a little bit better. We need to tell persist equals to true. We need to say, we're going to need this later on, so I'm just going to add it now, mount devfs. We're going to have a path to the jail, which is jails test. And let's give it internet connection. IP4 equals inherit. So far, so good. Okay, now let's try to launch the jail. So jail create test. Okay, so I forgot to create this directory, mkdir. Let's create a directory. And let's start the jail. Jail created, so JLS. I have done some experiments before, so this is jail number 3 running here. It's persistent, so it's nothing running on the jail, but the jail is spun up. Now let's see if we can execute the shell inside the jail. So jexec, jail number 3, and we have put the things in /bin/sh. Cannot return cap database using a derm terminal settings. That's okay because this shell has absolutely nothing inside. But we have a root shell. ls is not found. So now we can start copying a couple of things into the jail. So let me make a base system, which ls. So we copy bin ls into, let's go to the binary folder and we copy from bin ls, we copy it here, and cpdep /bin ls to jails test. So we get the binaries that this one requires. Let's get the chmod. We're going to need this for later on. It's also in binary, chmod. It should be fine. Copy bin chmod to here. Let's get a uname. Okay, which uname? User bin uname. So we copy from user bin uname to here, and cp dependencies from user bin uname to jails test. Okay, let's try again. Let's also copy the cd command, cp/user bin cd to here, cp dependencies user bin cd to jails test. Which okay, yeah, the cd is already part of the shell, so we should not need to have this. Let's see, user bin cd. It's a shell script. Interesting. Okay, let's move along. So I'm actually going to remove the cd because this should be a built-in command of the shell. Let's try to execute again in the jail number 3 bin sh, and now ls should be running. Now we have a couple more things. We have uname, let's say -r. So uname -a. So everything is looking fine. So how much is this shell? What is the size of this jail? tu-h. It's 1.7 megabytes. It's a really thin jail, and it's really hardened. Inside the test jail, we have the dev system. Okay. Now, I have prepared another one, so I'm just going to do a small cut here and load up another jail that I have created before. So, welcome back. In this jail, it's the only difference that happened is that I created a couple more files, or the only difference that we had towards what I've done until now is that I've copied a couple more files. But this is still a very thin jail. It's only 15 megabytes in size. What we have additionally is that we have TTYD. TTYD allows to start a shell through a browser. So let's start this jail. So jail create test created. Then we start the TTYD. So jexec, this should be, let's do JLS, it's number 4 now. Jexec on the on the test shell bin sh. Okay, we have a root. We have a root prompt here, and we start TTYD. We want it readable, writable, and we start a bin sh. Okay, so please don't mind about the colors. We're not going to come back to this window now. So the next step is to open the terminal in Firefox. We can go to localhost port 7681, and we can see that we have our jail here, uname-a. Okay, I didn't install uname in this jail, but basically we have the jail here. And now I would like to show you how I can escape this jail. In particular, we have a shell here, which I call the demo. It's a user that is unprivileged in the system. This user does not have the capability, doesn't belong to the wheel group, and does not know the password for the system. However, this user can log into the system outside the jail, but can also access the jail through the browser. And this is really very bad in terms of security, because we are running root inside this jail. And the lesson that we're going to see here is that we should never ever be running services as root, even if inside jails, because it allows a potential attacker to escape the jail. Let's see how we could do that. So the first thing, so I'm missing quite a lot of things in this jail, is pretty well hardened. Hardened in the sense that lots of binaries are missing, but running as root is pretty bad. So the first thing that I'm going to do is that I'm going to go to the jails, to the test, and I'm going to go to the temporary folder. And here already problem starts. So because I can create a test.c, and from outside I'm able to write inside the jails a couple of files. So let's go again to the browser, let's go to the tmp folder, and we can see that user with ID 1003 has created a file test, which is currently empty. This is the beginning of doom. So let's write a small program here, include uni.std.h, int main, and int argument counter, the number of arguments, the arguments that we have, and the environment that we currently have. The first thing that we're going to do is the set UID to root, and then exec ve, and we're going to get into the argv1. So the first parameter we get is the command that we're going to call, and we're going to pass the argv1. This data structure is already good enough, and the environment is already good enough. We don't really need to return, but just for the sake of it, we can just write here a printf failed to execute. Okay. We want to be nice also. So save this, we have the file, we can get cc test with test.c. Okay, gives a warning, I forgot to include stdio. That's fine, because it still compiled the program. We see here it's an executable, but it's demo file, and it tries to become root, but it cannot become root. So the first thing is we try something like this. Okay, failed to execute, but bin sh, we can execute the bin sh. So that's the program is working, but I didn't get to a root shell. As you can see, after executing test, we didn't get to a root shell. So now let's do the really bad thing, which is going back to the jail. We have here the the jail is here. I like to have colors. Okay, we can see that there is an executable here, and we can do a change owner and root to wheel on test. Illegal group name. Why is this? Because inside the jail, if you look, there is very less thing in the /etc. So the groups are not there. So it's there are really lots of files missing. You should not use this stuff in practice. So let's go here and do a ch own 0 0 to test. And now it should be looking well. So let's see. Yeah, it belongs to root. And now the bad thing, chmod. So we try the chmod and we get the +s on the test. This is the setuid bit, ls-l, and let's get the colors running. And we see that the color has changed for this executable. Nice, so this is now a setuid binary. So we can come back to the demo user, and if you recall, I was saying that the demo user cannot become root because it's missing the password and it's not belonging to the wheel group. However, this binary that I've just created in this temporary directory, I have control, full control over the binary. I actually wrote a pretty malicious one. And let's have a look at the file here with color. And outside the jail, it also has the setuid bit. How awesome is that? Let's execute this with /bin/sh. Lo and behold, I am root. Who am I? I'm root in the machine. Outside. So I managed to escape the jailed environment. The main lesson learned is that you should never run services as root, even if inside a jail, because as you can see, this allows a potential user that also has access to the outside of the jail as a regular user to escape the jail and become root in the main system. Another thing that you should do is that you should not allow users which are outside of the jail to access the jail. So let's see here. We have the jails directory currently allowing execution, meaning that any user that is not root or wheel can enter the jails directory. Let's change this. So chmod, others, remove the read, write, and executable on the jails directory. So if we look at this, then they lost the privilege to enter this directory. If we go now to the user demo and we want to try to enter the jails directory, we are no longer able to do that. So this means that we cannot drop our binary, or we cannot compile the program inside, and that closes one of the loopholes. Another thing that we should do is, if you're running a ZFS system, you should set the setuid bit for the jails directory to do not allow setuid binaries. I'm going to, this directory is not part of a ZFS volume, but let's say I'm going to get the setuid on /temp, and you can see here, if you create binaries on the temporary folder, they have this setuid option turned off. And if you look in our / directory, it has it turned on. This means that, actually, let's do this small experiment. I'm going to change all others to allow a read and execute on /chains. ls on /chail, so I'm able to change here. Actually, I did not need to do that. So let's go to /jails. There is the test, the tmp. There is this test file that is pretty malicious. Let's put this in the /temp directory. And let's tmp. I want to see the colors. So it's currently there, this file. Okay. So let's go again to the demo user, and now let's go to /tmp and execute exactly the same file. So test and /bin/sh. Actually, let's first look. The test file is a setuid binary, belongs to root, group will. So I should be able to do pretty bad things. bin/sh, let's try it. No. I am no longer root, so I can exit. This is why setting the setuid bit in the temporary folder is very important. And if you put some jails inside ZFS volume, then you should also turn the setuid bit off. That's it for today. I hope you enjoyed the video. Questions and comments, please down below. And give it a like. This will motivate me to do further videos. Thank you again. Have a nice day. Take care. Bye bye.